Watermully. So it started in 2012 when Adani first approached our mob, and it was a shonky deal, and we found out that it was going to affect GURRIDYULA. So we said no. Then in 2014 they came back again, and we still said no. Unanimously across the tribe in 2014 we all said no. Then in 2015 Anthony Lynham, a minister at the time, took compulsory acquisition over the area. And then there was an Indigenous land use agreement in 2016, but that land use agreement wasn't for this mine site here because it had already been taken by compulsory acquisition. So there's no actual agreement for this mine. That agreement in 2016 was for 3 blocks of property: a machinery laydown, an airstrip, and a new mine village. It wasn't for the mine. So then we've been fighting ever since. My father went through 5 federal court cases to try and stop this mine and got bankrupted $675,000 in costs. Lucky me and my father and none of my brothers and sisters own a house, so they couldn't take anything. You can't draw blood out of a stone. So then once he got bankrupted, I then came out onto country in 2018, started taking country back on the Adani mining lease here. It was on pastoral lease to begin with, and then it was a lot 1 that got turned into freehold title. I was having a standoff on there, and then the next year I had a standoff on the road for about a week. I blocked the road, lit a fire. There's a video all the way back, if you have a look, of me doing a rap on the road. I was doing that split to 50 police officers that rocked up to remove us from the road there, which is a couple kilometers back that way. And then I came back the next year after that and built Warranungu here, and we're still here. So because they denied us of our rights and they took compulsory acquisition over this area and said, you don't matter. It's the first time in Australian history that the government has taken compulsory acquisition for a mine. A foreign-owned mine, let alone that. So because Adani here, Gautam Adani, he was the 3rd richest man in the world at one point in time, but he's also friends with Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister. They come from the same village, see? So it was more so geopolitics than anything else. So they had to let this go through. We've been saying no the whole time. The same judge that had my father bankrupted was also the same judge for our native title, which struck out our native title, so we don't have native title over any of this area. And they've just extinguished all of it because we fought back, because we said no. That just drove me even more to keep fighting. This is why I'm still here. It's because they kept trying to shut us down, so it made me yearn to keep going. So I continued to keep going, and this is why we're still here. At Gummayunawarba, 4.5 kilometers north from the front fire. Have a deadly one. Watermully.